This video is going to show you how you can clean out all of your browsers in Windows. More details coming up. Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. Doing these three things will help us make more great videos for you. Now, over time, your browsers get clogged up with temporary files. So what's the best way of cleaning them out? Well, this guide is going to show you how you can clean out all of your browsers, no matter what browser it is, really using one quick program. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up one of our browsers first of all. So let's open up Microsoft Edge. Okay, once Microsoft Edge is open, go to the address bar at the top of the screen, not the search bar in the middle of the screen, but the address bar at the top of the screen. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to type in there ccleaner.com/ccleaner/builds. So that's just as it's shown on the screen there. That's ccleaner.com/ccleaner/builds, and then press enter or return on your keyboard. If you need extra time to write this down, then you can pause this video, or I will post a shortcut in the description of this video if you need to have a look later. So as I say, press enter or return on the keyboard, and then if you've typed in the correct address, you should see a screen like this, and there'll probably be one of these annoying cookie notices. Now, it doesn't matter what you click here. I would suggest just click reject all. It won't stop you from downloading, so that's fine. And what we want to do is, we don't want to download the CCleaner free latest official release, because that is full of unwanted adverts. Unfortunately, since the company that originally created CCleaner sold it on to another company, it's full of adverts. But thankfully, there's a version here that we don't need to install. It's called the portable version, and we just go down the page there, and that's what we're looking for, is CCleaner Portable. And it says underneath, zip file, no installer. So we don't actually need to install it on our system. All we do is we put the files on the system temporarily while we're using it, and then we can delete them again in one foul swoop, and we'll show you how to do that as well. So click on the green download below zip file no installer, left click once, and then hopefully after a few seconds you should see it downloading in the top right hand corner if you're using Microsoft Edge like I am. So it shouldn't take too long to download. It's not a massive file, it's about 42 megabytes. Obviously the file name may change in time. This is version 6.06. but that version is going to obviously become a newer version as time goes on. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to close down Microsoft Edge. So let's just do that. Go up to the cross in the top right hand corner, open up any yellow folder, and then we want to find the downloads folder. So just go to downloads here, or it's on the left hand side there, doesn't matter which one you go into there, and what we're looking for is a yellow file that starts CC setup, and then there'll be some numbers after it, usually 3 numbers. As you can see, mine is showing CC setup 606, but yours might be a different set of numbers. What we need to do is move our mouse over it, right click on it. Okay, so this menu comes up, or not that menu. If that menu comes up, you haven't clicked over it correctly. So just move the mouse over the actual wording, CC setup, click on the right mouse button. That's it, that's the menu we want. And what we're trying to find here is extract all. Okay, so move your mouse over extract all, left click, and then you should see this asking you to select a destination and extract the files. Just click on extract just down the bottom there, left click that is. Might take a few seconds to extract the files, just be patient with it, okay? But once you see this graph disappear, then it's finished. Like I say, it might take a few seconds because there's quite a few files to extract, but don't worry, we're going to delete them after we're done with this. Once it's extracted, you should see this screen here. So move your mouse over CCleaner 64. If you're running a 32-bit system, which most people aren't nowadays, but if you were, you'd move your mouse over CCleaner. But 99% of computers at the moment in the current time are going to be running a 64-bit system. So we want to load up CCleaner 64. So move your mouse over CCleaner 64, double left click. Okay, so you might see this come up saying, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Well, as long as it says CCleaner and the verified publisher shows us Piriform Software Limited, then it's okay to move your mouse over yes and left click once. Once you've done that, nothing might happen for a little while. Don't worry, that's perfectly normal. But after a while, you should see this CCleaner free come up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a custom clean. Click on the left there, custom clean, and then you should see this here. So what we're going to do is we're going to only clean out the browsers. So the best thing to do for each of the browsers is to leave the cookies be. Don't want to clean out the cookies. Cookies are good. Cookies keep you signed into websites. Cookies tell your browser where you are in the world so that it knows to display things that are relevant to you and not to people the other side of the world. For example, if you go to a site and look for the weather, if that information is stored in a cookie that you live, say, in England, you're getting the weather for England or a local area in England, not the weather for somewhere completely the opposite side of the world, New Zealand, Japan, Australia or something like that. That would be no good. So cookies are good and they don't generally clog the system up, to be quite honest with you. If you delete the cookies, that's not a problem. The only thing is you'll probably find that a lot of websites will probably start asking you if you want to accept their cookies again, and a lot of websites may well have logged you out, so you can log yourself back in if you've got your username and password. Also, like I say, it might start giving you information, certain websites might start giving you information about things that are just not relevant to you or the local area that you live in. So cookies aren't a bad thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, under Microsoft Edge, I'm going to take out the tick beside cookies just by clicking on the box just to the left of cookies. Everything else I'm going to leave ticked. Okay, if you want to leave recently typed URLs ticked to help you go to web addresses, you can do, or untick it, you can do. I'm going to go down further, and what we've got is we've got Edge Chromium now, which is the latest version of Edge, so I'm going to untick cookies from there. That version of Edge up the top there is the old classic version, which I don't think anyone's actually using anymore. I've got a feeling that the new Microsoft Edge, the Edge Chromium, actually overwrote that anyway. So, but I'm going to keep going down, and again I'm going to take the tick out of cookies from underneath Internet Explorer, and I'm going to keep going down, and I'm going to take the ticks out of anything else below here. So, because these are to clean up the rest of the system. It's up to you. If you do want to keep them in, some of these ticks, you can do, but we're not focusing on cleaning up the system here today. We're just cleaning up the browsers. So I'm just going to remove all the ticks, every tick from underneath. And then the next thing I'm going to do is we've got a few tabs up here. So we've got Windows and we've got Applications. I'm going to click on the Application tab, and that's going to show us some other browsers. So if, like me, you've got Firefox installed, I'm going to again take the tick out of cookies, and it also shows you here Google Chrome as well, which a lot of people do have installed. So once again, take the tick out of cookies. And I'm going to keep going down past the Google Chrome section to the Windows Store section, and again I'm going to take the tick out of anything below. So just untick anything below, just keep unticking by clicking the left mouse button on the box with the tick in it. There's quite a few things down here, so it may take some time, so let's just keep going down and take the tick out of all of these. Again, these are system files. If you want to clean up the system files as well, then by all means do that. Just make sure you've only got ticks in the sections for Firefox and Google Chrome. Go back to Windows there, so click on Windows up there and just go back through, and just again make sure you've only got ticks in the Microsoft Edge section, the Edge Chromium section and the Internet Explorer section. And like I say, remove the ticks from cookies in each of those sections. Just make sure that you haven't got any ticks under Windows Explorer, System or Advanced or Windows Downloads. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is move our mouse over Analyze, left click once, and it's going to say if we've got any of our browsers open, it's going to say that they need to be closed to clean the cache. So if you do get this notice up, move your mouse over yes, left click once, and then it should close them down. And there you go. Now, so it's showing me here that I could gain 627 megabytes, which doesn't seem a lot in the scheme of things, but it is a lot really, because I mean looking there, my Firefox cache has 3,285 files in it. My Edge Chromium cache has 4,171 files in it. That's a lot of files. Now, talking about what the cache is supposed to speed up your browsing experience by basically putting a copy of certain things like images, logos, things like that on your computer, so it doesn't have to keep going out to the internet to re-download them. Now, after a while, the cache becomes quite large and it takes longer for your computer to find a copy of those files in the cache than what it would do to go out to the internet and find them on the internet. Now, certainly now that internet speeds are much, much better than what they once were. The cache was kind of handy when you was on a modem, a dial-up modem, or early broadband, you know, but now we've got fibre optic broadband. That is a lot quicker, and getting obviously these pictures, these files from the fibre optic broadband, really it can be just as quick as getting them from your computer's hard drive, if sometimes not quicker, especially if you've let your cache grow too large. So okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to run cleaner there. So click run cleaner just in the bottom right hand corner, left click once, and it just gives us a warning here. It says the selected files will be deleted from your PC. Do you wish to continue? Now, these are not going to do any harm to your PC, so yes, I'm going to continue. I'm going to click continue, and these are left clicks, and this bit is going to take a bit of time depending on how much there is to clean up. And like I say, this is going through all your browsers, and there you go. It's giving you a summary there of what it's cleaned up. And for good measure, let's just click on Analyze again and just see if there's anything to be removed. And it says no, 0 bytes to be removed. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this down now by clicking on the cross just up there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the cross just up here, and we should be back to the downloads window. Now, what we want to do is we just want to delete these two CC setup yellow files and folders there. So just move your mouse over CC setup, the first one, click the right mouse button, and if you're using Windows 11, click on the bin. If you're using Windows 10 or older, then click on delete. And do the same for the other folder or file that starts CC setup. So click on the right mouse button. If you've got Windows 11, click on the bin there. If you've got an older version of Windows, then click on delete just there. And there you go. That's got rid of that. And then you can click on the cross just up there, and that will close it all down. So there you go. That guide showed you how you can quickly and easily clean up all of your browsers. I hope this guide helps, and if it did, stick around, have a look through my YouTube channel. I've got thousands of other videos covering all sorts of subjects. Hopefully you're going to find something to educate you, entertain you, amuse you, and maybe even save you some time and money. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, hit that like button. If you think your friends, your family or your work colleagues might like it, then don't forget to share this on your social media timelines. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you find out about all my latest videos the second they're released. Hit that subscribe button, then hit the bell, then hit all. You can also find me on Twitter at CWTech, and also find my website at cwtech.co.uk. Liking, sharing and subscribing really helps support this channel. Thank you very much.